I am so glad you asked. So this video is for anybody interested in starting their own podcast. I, granted, am not a professional, but I'm a professional at my level of where I am in my podcast journey. I now have 6 episodes. The 6th one is going up today. 6 episodes uploaded on YouTube if you're a visual person, and Spotify if you just want to listen. You know, you're driving, doing your laundry, you don't really want to sit there and watch somebody talk. You want to listen, you can go find my podcast on Spotify. It is When Shift Happens. But yeah, so I think the first thing is the most important thing. Whatever you want to talk about on your podcast, you are free to talk about on your podcast. Do not get caught up in the main topic. Like, yes, you can have an initial idea of where you want your podcast to go, or like what you want your podcast to be based on, like your niche or whatever. But at the end of the day, your podcast is your podcast, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You're free to talk about whatever you want to. Whatever you decide you want to talk about on your podcast, you're free to do so. It is your podcast. Number 2, you gotta figure out your why. Why do you want to start your podcast? What about having this podcast is special to you? Why do you feel like, I can't say why do you feel like people want to listen to your podcast, because you are your own person and you have your own experiences, and I feel like having a podcast is just, another way of documenting your journey in life, expressing yourself however you want to express yourself through your podcast. For me, my why is there's people out there experiencing things now in the current moment that I have already went through. There's a lot of things that I've been through within my life that I feel I have a say-so on. I could put my 2 cents in on a lot of things because I've experienced a lot of things. So you got to recognize what's your why and why you want to start your podcast. Because yes, you can get started. You can start posting episodes on your podcast. I feel like I said podcast a million times now. But you can start posting episodes on your podcast. But when you're not motivated anymore, when you don't have the desire to keep going, when you're tired and you realize like, hey, I said I was going to post every week and I missed a week, or I missed 2 weeks, that why that you started with is what's going to keep you going. You need a reason to keep going. You know how people have like kids, like a woman can give birth, right? She's giving birth. She has a baby in her belly, right? When she gives birth to that baby, she has to keep going in her life. That baby is solely depending on her. Like, if she don't do what she needs to do to nourish that baby, to feed that baby, to water that baby, to make sure that baby is cared for and nourished, that baby is going to, you feel me? So it's the same thing with your podcast. You have to see your podcast as your child, as your kid. You are giving birth to an idea. You have an idea of starting a podcast. That is your baby. You have to nourish it. You have to constantly keep going. You have to remember that if I don't pour into my podcast, if I'm not the one sitting here recording videos and getting my show notes and my captions and promoting my podcast, nobody's going to know about it. Nobody's going to see it. My baby's not going to be able to flourish and thrive within the world if I am not doing the necessary things to keep that baby nourished. So yeah, that would be the second reason as to why I said the second reason. That would be your second little thing to think about. What is your why? So now you have what you want to talk about, your topic, your main topic, and why you want to start this podcast. And then the third thing is like, how can you use your own personal experiences to connect with other people on the internet? Because at the end of the day, this is social media. You're gonna everybody has access to it at this point if you're putting it out there into the world. So what personal experiences do you feel will relate to other people? How can you connect to other people? Like me personally, I like to talk about my mental health and like getting through tough times, and being resilient within myself, within my journey, and how I always keep going. Like, that's me. I'm gonna always keep going. If I say I'm gonna do something, then I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna make that happen. I'm going to make that happen. Because at the end of the day, it's kind of like your own business. Now you are the co-founder. You are the founder of your podcast. So it is depending solely on you. Because yeah, you could sit here and you could talk about your own personal experiences over and over and over, and of course there's always going to be somebody listening. That's the world we live in. There's always going to be somebody nosy enough to want to know what's going on within your life, right? What you got going on, what you want to talk about. And a lot of these people are going to resonate with you, but you also have to realize there's a lot of people that's not going to like what you have to say. There's gonna be a lot of people that come on under your comments saying like, oh, I don't agree with what you just said. And you have to realize that anything happening outside of your podcast now, you have no control over. The only thing you have control over is what you choose to say, how you choose to engage with the comments and the community that you have created within your podcast. But you have to stand 10 toes down. You cannot let the outside factors stop you from what you started. And I feel like that's the third thing, just being third or the fourth. I don't know what number we're up to, but being sure that this is something you truly want to do. I'm not going to tell anybody not to do it, because I think make a podcast. Like, what? If you like talking, this is perfect for you. This is perfect for you. Okay? So let that be that. And I feel like another thing that you have to think about when starting a podcast is where you want to do it at. Like your setting, your setup. Like me personally, I record all my videos in my car because it's secluded. It's my area. Nobody is coming to like disturb me over here. Like, this is my space. So make sure that you are in an environment that is safe for you to speak freely. So you're not like sugarcoating things. You're being real, because when it comes to podcasts, I feel like you got to be real. You got to keep it real. You got to do what you need to do, bing bong bing, and get it done. And so make sure you just have like a space that is safe for you to do it. But yeah, that's pretty much, I feel like, all you really need to start a podcast. Just do it, girl, if you want to do it. That's it.